the adrenaline. I also do it because we have a performance art group where we do suspension and add a little bit of modern day theatre and music to create a storyline of sorts.
One of the things you're talking about struck me as being very painful. Is pain the addiction?
For me, I'd say no. I don't enjoy the pain. There are people out there that do find it quite attractive in regards to the pain factor and that sort of thing. A lot of the things that you see having the hooks put in each time is probably the most painful part of it all. The rest of it isn't as painful as what a lot of people.
So when you're
would
suspended
imagine.
by those hooks, it doesn't feel...
Doesn't feel painful, particularly painful at all.
What do you like when you go to...
Faint every time I get a blood test or an injection.
Something is so wrong with that answer. I don't even know where... You mentioned before you had things taken away.
I haven't had. I'm planning to. I am planning on having my nipples removed later on this year.
Why?
Just aesthetics again. I don't like the look of them, so I want them gone.
So I hear that and I think of men that think that their body is never strong enough, or the women who think their body is never thin enough. Is there a psychological element here that you cannot be satisfied with your body?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I wouldn't go to the extent of modifying my body, as in removing fingers and that sort of thing, which a lot of people do. I mean, there is a line that I wouldn't cross. I don't see myself as modifying my body to the point of not looking human anymore or anything like that.
5 years ago, though, if someone had suggested to you to remove your nipples, do you think you would have gone, yeah, I think that's where I want to go?
That's something I have considered over a period of about 4 or 5 years, so it's not something that I've just kind of thought of in 5 minutes. And thought,
no,
yeah,
I assume you didn't just wake up one day...
Of course not.
Note to self, remove nipples,
I mean,
yes.
the things that I've done to my body are things that I have considered over a period of time, rather than just kind of jumped into it, which is something that a lot of kids of today don't do, and just jump in there and get a lot of work done that they kind of regret doing later on in life, so...
Is it a blast to be in public, and you must see people looking at you? I'm sure on public transport, people cast you the old glance.
It's quite interesting, the comments and just the looks and glances, even going out to a restaurant and walking in and people seeing you and doing the whole kind of like...
What sort of comments do you get?
Good and bad. Freak. I've had a lot of people think that I'm a bum or unemployed and that sort of thing. Then we get people that are older, which you wouldn't even expect, and say that what they see is like the most beautiful thing they've seen in regards to the modifications we have and that sort of thing. So it's a mixed reaction.
And your mum and dad, are they really relaxed about all of this, or is your mum guarding her jewellery when you go?
I wouldn't say guarding her jewellery. I think she's slowly getting used to it. I mean, I've been doing this to myself for about 14 or 15 years. Every time I go home with something new, my mother freaks out a little bit, but she realises that the things I'm doing to myself aren't changing the person that I am, so she kind of, yeah, just goes along with it a lot of the time.
They may not be changing the person that you are. Are they making the...
In a way, yeah, I'd say so. I mean, a lot of the things that I do to myself as well, I've done, whether it be a change in to mark a change in my life and that sort of thing. So yeah, I think the things that I do change that a lot.
I do wish I'd been a fly on the wall in your house when you came home with the horns. I'm just imagining the conversation between your parents.
I made poor mum cry when I went home with the horns.
Did you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And how did you make it up to her?
A bunch of flowers and a big hug and a kiss.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Problem is the bunch of flowers were hanging off here, but there you go. Robert, it's been very interesting to talk to you. Thank you. And
Very
thank
nice
you, Ben.
to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.